Shalom and welcome. This is Man's Final Steps, a new series. This is an introduction to a new series, and this series is entitled Man's Final Steps. My name is Symmanayah, and today is December 4th, 2013. It is a message for the 144,000 mentioned in Revelation and the multitude that will come out of the Great Tribulation. These words are addressed to you. You who are part of Yasharal, you who represent the body of one, Yasharal, commonly known to many as Israel or Yisrael. I am referring to those who seek to worship and obey the Almighty Father Yahuwah, the Creator of all, He that is Aleph Tah, those who accept Yahusha as Mashiach, as our Messiah. For it is through Him that we receive life and life immeasurably. And it is through Him that we are made one, both Hebrew and Goyim, Aubrey and Gentiles and Goyim meaning other nations. With that said, my brothers and sisters, let me begin by reading or revisiting Isaiah 55:11. So is my word that goes forth from my mouth. It does not return to me empty, but shall do what I please, and shall certainly accomplish what I sent it for. And I say to you, my brothers and sisters, identify the working words of the Almighty Father. 1 Corinthians 13:13. And now belief, expectation, and love remain. These three. But the greatest of these is love. Love is the greatest of all, my brothers and sisters. It is the love that the Almighty Father Yahuwah has demonstrated to us in restoring us into fellowship by accepting His sacrifice. 1. He that was sacrificed and resurrected, He that is known as our Mashiach, Yahusha. I ask, do you love your life? Do you love your parents or your guardians? Do you love your sisters and brothers? Do you love your grandparents? Do you love your children or grandchildren? And many more. Be mindful, my brothers and sisters, for in these last days, in these final steps, many of us will face some hard and critical decisions regarding those whom we say we love. Yes, we will be tested, refined, and perfected to respond to one that we should love more than anyone, and that is the Almighty Father. That is leaning into Yahushua HaMashiach. Keep in mind Matthew 10:37 says, He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Keep in mind that it is the Almighty Father that gives breath, so let us love Him more, for it is Him who gives us the opportunity to be parents. It is Him that gives us the opportunity to demonstrate love to another. Matthew 10:37. Luke 14:26 says, If anyone comes to me and does not hate his father and mother and wife and children and brothers and sisters and his own life too, he is unable to be my taught one. This is referring to the flesh, my brothers and sisters, the workings of the flesh that war against righteousness. We must know and come to know what is important, what must we love, who must we love, and how we should respond to His living and loving guidance. John 12:25 says, He who loves his life shall lose it, and he who hates his life in this world should preserve it for everlasting life. It will be wise to establish who you love more than anyone or anything else. Our decisions will affect how we come to obey the living orders of the Spirit of Yahushua, especially regarding a sense of direction and movement that is required and ordered in the coming days. It is through love we discover life. We can also find the ability to endure and press forward towards righteousness, towards being righteously obedient to our Mashiach, our Messiah. Man's final steps have arrived, and all around us we are beginning to hear words such as tipping points, peak levels, possible extinction, and more. On top of that, we are hearing words like end times, last days, judgment, lake of fire, extinction, the afterlife, and many other words that project the image of some type of end or last moments for man. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, these are man's final steps as we know it. We will be refined and tested. The obedient will participate in something extraordinary regarding scripture fulfillment. The Spirit of Yahushua will be acknowledged as our guide like never before witnessed. Man's final steps represent something most of us do not care to discuss, let alone come to accept. That is, details and processes. We are approaching the final hours regardless of our opinions or perceptions. Pray and watch. Seek earnestly, my brothers and sisters. Seek earnestly to discover, to discern and understand and have a sense of direction. For there are many miles to cover in the foreseeable future for those who will take part in the gathering of 144,000 in multitude. During man's final step, we will be perfected to adjust to the purgings that will come. There will be many things removed from our lives. There will also be many people removed from our lives. The refinement process will come with pain and sorrow. Let us begin to train our eyes to look forward towards what must be done, what is so ordered by the Mashiach, by the Spirit of Yahushua. Let us be mindful and respond. Man's final steps is a series to bring us to grips with the need to establish priorities and a ready mind for things that will be ordered or living commands from the Spirit of Yahushua. It would be wise to begin discussing end times and specifically details as to what you believe you will be required to do as guided by the Spirit of Yahushua. Be not afraid, nor be adversarial and fight against right rulings from the Spirit of Yahushua, for they will come. In man's final step, we will witness restructuring. There will be instructions and reproof. There will be the removal of all obstacles. The rise of 144,000 in multitude will see a washing of the robes by the blood of the Lamb. We serve an Almighty One, Yahuwah, and our sovereign Yahushua, who will order and is ordering our steps. He will guide us through a refining process. Are you prepared to witness the hand of the Almighty Father Yahuwah move against obstacles that attempt to impede the shaping of the 144,000 in multitude? Who will come out of the great tribulation? Are we prepared to witness such? Believe it or not, extraordinary things are unfolding as this message is formed. Details and processes can oftentimes be perceived by people as too tedious, with many trying to avoid these with a fervency. Whatever our perceptions, my brothers and sisters, there is and will come to be a process complete with attention to the smallest of details being addressed. Pray and watch. What thoughts do you have regarding man's final steps or your possible final steps? What is your position regarding these matters? The rise of 144,000 in multitude is not a request. It will not result in waiting for you to respond. It will be a result of orders, commands from the Spirit of Yahushua. We will witness loved ones being removed in order to humble us and get our attention to fall into place. True comfort will come in understanding, discerning, and understanding what must be done. Man's final steps have arrived. Whether we desire to accept it or not, these words are true. Do you believe we are in end times? My brothers and sisters, the convenience of communication as we know it will one day be changed. Government controls will be put in place to fight against the righteous of Yahushua. Be encouraged. Processes will intensify on both sides, the wicked and the righteous. As for us, it will be a perfecting experience for a great journey to a safe place. Stay tuned as this series, Man's Final Steps, present critical things necessary for building up the gathering of 144,000 in multitude. Trust that the words of the Almighty will be successful. Until next time, stay tuned and continue to endure. May the words of this message offer a reflection of one who is obedient to the Spirit of Yahushua. Until next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.